It's a blustery cold January day, and I'm about to harvest some fresh lettuce from the garden. Now, that sounds crazy, doesn't it? Well, just look at this. Everything else that's growing outside is getting hammered. That's chicory and it's supposed to be cold hardy, but you can clearly see that it doesn't do well out in the elements when the temperatures really drop and everything turns into icy sludge. So harvesting crisp, fresh lettuce in a frozen wasteland feels a bit like a dream. How is this possible? Well, it's because of this very useful and beautiful garden hack. I've created two different versions that have helped me extend my gardening into the winter. Okay, let me pause right here because there is one detail that I need to reveal so that you're able to do this as well. The secret is in this material, doubled wall polycarbonate. It's the same material that's used to glaze greenhouses nowadays because it's lightweight and won't break like glass. And based on my aesthetic preferences, you would think that I would rather have a glass enclosure in the garden, and that's true. But this material allows me to create these modules that are portable, fold up like origami, and they're lightweight and won't break. Working with it is relatively simple and straightforward, and that's because the only tools you need are a utility knife and some kind of a ruler or a straight edge, and you're set. Now, I got these panels from a neighbor that was disposing of them, and as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to come up with some kind of a solution for a cold frame or greenhouse. And after a little bit of thinking, I knew that I had to figure out the right geometry for it to work as a foldable cold frame. Okay, how did I come up with the right design so it would fold flat for storage? Well, I just went ahead and prototyped with cardstock and tape. Quite the low-tech solution, but very effective. The miniature prototype informed me what shapes I should cut and how I should attach them. So back to how I built them. I cut 4 equilateral triangles for each cloche as well as 4 trapezoids, with the top edge being equal to the side of the triangle. To connect the pieces, I use an all-weather exterior grade duct tape that so far has shown great performance after 3 years of use. I start by lining up 2 trapezoids, leaving a small gap between them to allow for mobility. Then I carefully tape up that edge without allowing wrinkles or bubbles. This forms a book-like piece, which I proceed to fold it backwards, affixing another piece of tape centering on the edge. I do the same process to another set of trapezoids, taping their middle seam in the front and in the back. Then I tape both pairs together, first on one side and then onto the other. You can already see the foldable main body of the piece forming. I make sure to tape up the inside seam. And with this part done, I move on to the top triangle cap. Similar to the bottom pieces, I attach 2 pairs of 2 triangles like books, but I don't connect them together. Instead, I carefully line them up to the top edge of the trapezoids. It's important to be neat and precise when putting these together, because otherwise they might not fold down or pop up precisely. It is important to leave a little bit of a gap between the pieces so that they can fold properly as well. And of course, you have to have a little bit of fun while you're at it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey there, I'm your new garden mascot. Oh Lord.
Anyways, since I wanted these to fold down for storage, I had to devise a way to attach the triangles together when in use that could easily be opened up when not in use. And after some research and tinkering, I decided to cut out lips for both open edges that would extend into the neighboring triangle face. Then I could use exterior grade heavy-duty Velcro as a fastener. These strips come with a powerful peel and stick adhesive on the back that withstand UV light and the elements. And just like that, with a bit of ingenuity and crafting, I had a very practical design that also looked streamlined. But I wasn't quite done yet. I ripped up thinner strips of the exterior grade tape to further embellish the cloches, so they looked more like Victorian lanterns or mini greenhouses. I think it did turn out as an elegant design, but to make sure that it would not fly away, I drilled holes in the bottom to stake them to the ground. when it comes to their use, they're quite versatile. I created this alternative design that looks like the traditional Wardian case, and I think it's perfect to hasten seed germination a few weeks earlier by warming the soil. In late winter, I go out as soon as the soil can be worked and clear up a spot to germinate cold hardy seeds such as beets. After preparing the ground and sowing the seed, I pop up the cloche and fasten the open sides. As you can see, this version works a bit different than the other one, but the concept is the same. To secure these lightweight cloches firmly to the ground, I use 12-inch galvanized stakes driven into the soil through the pre-drilled holes in the corners. As long as the soil is not frozen, this is easily done. It is surprising how well this works. I never had one fly over despite strong winter winds. And you only have to open them to water if winter temperatures rise above 55 degrees, especially if no rain or snow has fallen for a while. During sunny warm days, it is best to open them up, otherwise plants may cook inside as heat gets trapped. I found that the obelisk-shaped ones are especially handy to shelter heat-loving plants like eggplants, tomatoes, and peppers from cold snaps in spring. I get to plant these seedlings up to a month and a half earlier than I would feel comfortable planting them. These plants hate temperatures below 55 degrees Fahrenheit, so I get to plant them straight into the garden in April instead of May. That way they get a jump start in the season and I'm able to have these plants maturing and setting fruit a bit earlier than I would otherwise. It is a good idea to heavily mulch around these plants with grass clippings or straw so that you don't have to open them up to water frequently. And also when it rains, the water can soak around the cloche, providing moisture to the root zone. To provide extra warmth to the eggplants, I also put jugs of water inside the cloche to act as a heat sink, absorbing it during the day and releasing it at night. I think that these cloches look quite elegant in my front yard, mixing well with my ornamental plants up front. By May, when I would ordinarily be starting to plant out eggplants and peppers, these protected plants have already established strong root balls and have branched out stoutly, even sporting the first flowers, so it really gives them an upper hand. And when fall arrives, I get these cloches out of summer storage to help extend the season of my leafy greens, including lettuce. My fall planted greens are at their prime of growth when the first frosts arrive. By covering them with these cloches, I'm able to extend their harvest all the way into the next year, providing fresh garden-grown salads in the middle of winter. So what do you think of this idea? If you like this video and want to support the channel, you can always purchase art from my Etsy shop or support me through Patreon. Thank you so much and see you next time.